Hey everybody, and welcome back to a new video. What I want to do in this video is check out some film simulations that I think are perfect to start off 2024 with. In this video, I am checking out some nighttime film simulations. I'm going to take out my XH2, I'm going to take out my X100V because they both have different sensors. The other one has an X-Trans 5 and the other one has an X-Trans 4. So it's nice to check out how they work in this kind of situation. Now there's a lot of different film simulations that I want to go through with you guys, but in this video I'm specifically going through nighttime film simulations. In future videos I'm going to check out more film simulations, but in this one they're specifically meant to work at night with lights and stuff like that. So let's just wait first that it gets dark outside. Okay, we are in town. What I'm gonna start with is with the X100V, and the first recipe is called 0 Hour from Captain Look. Now what I forgot to mention when I left town is that I had a self-made mist filter. I don't own a mist filter for the X100V, so I decided to make my own. How you do one is you take a protection filter or an UV filter, whatever you want to call it, and you spray some hairspray on it and you get a mist filter. But in this case I feel like I put too much hairspray onto the filter. In post I had to dial down the highlights just to not make it look so misty and not so bad, but still it's got this kind of mysterious mystic vibe to it. I kind of like it, but still it feels like it's a little bit too much. Now 0 Hour itself is a great film simulation. Now what Captain Look says is that it's made for the X-T4 or the X Pro 3, but I still tried it on with the X100V. It looks cool. It's not the same as in the pictures and the sample pictures that Captain Look gives you, but still it's a great vibe. It's this futuristic retro that I've been speaking about a lot, and I really love the look that it gives. What I really love is shooting these kind of diner places at nighttime because they just give this sort of different kind of feel to the nighttime photos, like somebody sitting in a diner by themselves, or just the waiter just, you know, behind the counter or something like that. You get these neon lights and you get the gas station and everything that's besides it, so that's kind of cool. And I'm gonna be heading off to a diner just like that, but without a burger joint. I'm gonna go get some coffee that I'm gonna survive, that my hands are gonna survive. Okay, I lied to you, it does have a burger joint to it. Okay, whoa. So the next film simulation that I'm using is X Pro 62. That's from Fuji X Weekly. This has a distinct look to it. It has this kind of greenish vibe, but still like old school. I don't know, it's really unique. I have it on both cameras. So I've been shooting with the X100V with, you can see the halation and everything with that homemade mist filter, and then I shot, for example, this shot here is with the XH2S. It has the 58mm f1.2 lens on it. I'm definitely gonna keep using the X Pro 62. This is kind of the futuristic retro that I've been talking about. Now, like I've said before in my previous videos, Fujifilm, especially the X100 series, is sort of like this window to another dimension. With the film simulations, you can push that illusion even more. Now, from the film simulations that I'm showing you here, the X Pro 62 is by far my favorite film simulations, especially in nighttime. It works perfectly on daytime, it works perfectly indoors with different kind of lightings, but nighttime and just taking these awesome futuristic retro photos that I've been speaking about a lot in this video and previous videos, it's great. It has a really green tint to it, and like I said, it has this retro feel that it's just something that you can't put your finger on. Okay, so the film simulation that I'm now using with the X100V is called the Neon Obscura from Ivan Yolo. Ivan Yolo makes awesome, you know, film simulations. He comes up with them by himself. There's like Carbon Obscura that has been my longtime favorite for Fujifilm X100V, and then of course many others. They're just perfectly fine for the X-Trans 4. But yeah, let's keep on shooting. Now the Neon Obscura has a really brownish distinct to it. I think that it would be perfect for portrait photography, not that much with street photography. It doesn't have that futuristic retro look like other film simulations that I'm using here have, but still it is a perfectly fine simulation to use in night times. I'm definitely going to keep this film simulation on my camera just because if I get a model or somebody to be a subject on my photos, I'm gonna explore it more in portrait photography at night time. Okay, so the last film simulation that I will be using is called Fluorescent Night, and that will be shot with the X-Ace2S because it is for the X-Trans 5. The first time I saw Fluorescent Night was on Fuji X Weekly, and I didn't think much of it because it was just mediocre. The photos, the sample photos looked mediocre. The case was totally different when I started shooting with it. It pushes out, it punches out the blues and the lights, and it looks awesome. It is the total opposite of X Pro 62. It is a great film simulation for nighttime. Not as good as the X Pro 62 because I just love the greenish tints on that film simulation, making it look sci-fi, futuristic, retro even more, but the blue tints actually work really fine as well. You can see all kind of sci-fi movies using blue tints like that. But these were the 4 film simulations that I highly suggest using at the beginning of 2024 because it's still dark, so you're gonna need something that works in the dark. You're gonna need the 0 Hour X Pro 62, you're gonna need Neon Obscura and Fluorescent Night. Those look awesome at night time. Neon Obscura more likely to look great with portraits, but still a great film simulation. If you liked the video, remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. More like this coming up your way soon, so stick around.